Well, there's no doubt that the events of the past 2 years have affected every single one of us. Sadly, the pandemic has hit some young people especially hard. Many have experienced high rates of psychological distress, loneliness, and of course, unemployment. To tell us how we can help create a safe and stable future for all young people, I'm joined by CEO of Whitelion, Hang Vo. Hang, great to have you on the show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Kaz, for having me.
Let's start right from the top. Tell us a little bit about Whitelion.
Whitelion is a specialist youth organisation. We work with young people at risk between 14 to 24 years old. Our aim is to work to support young people to build the confidence, the skills and the experience to move them closer to work. So depending on the young person's need, this could be helping them to find housing, helping them to access mental health, helping them to develop a resume, practice interviewing skills. The aim is to ensure that we do what we can to move them closer to work. Getting a job, we believe, is how we can help break the cycle of disadvantage.
Now, right at the top, you mentioned young people at risk. So what do you mean when you say that? And can you share some of the statistics on how many young people in Australia are in need of your support?
Young people at risk means that the circumstances in which they find themselves in or in which they are born into places them at risk. So for some young people, they can't live at home because it's not safe. Therefore, they have to live in foster care. It's not safe because of family violence or addiction or untreated mental health. Every year, 44,000 young people are homeless. 1 in 3 young people experience mental health. And of course, particularly with the pandemic, unemployment for young people is double that of the national average.
It just breaks my heart as a mother of 3 boys. How's the pandemic then affected young people?
It's been really tough. Young people are primarily employed in areas like retail and hospitality. With the pandemic, with lockdown, they are the first to be impacted and probably the last to recover from it. And of course, it's so worrying in terms of their mental health needs. We've got a long waiting list for young people needing support services.
Yeah, it's just so tragic. Are you able to share some of the examples of how Whitelion has helped at-risk young people?
We have a fantastic program called the Breakthrough Mentoring Program, which is essentially matching a young person with a volunteer mentor. We offer them training to understand how to work with young people. We give them the tools to work in a really structured way with young people to help them to build that confidence to seek employment, to really give them exposure to different workplaces, to build the confidence so that they can eventually land a job.
Now, Hang, you've got a campaign running this October. How does it work?
So on the 10th of October, World Homelessness Day, we'll be launching our campaign, No Home Addressed. It runs for 5 days. It's really simple. We're asking Australians to please donate to support young people at risk. All donations will be doubled over the 5 days.
Oh, that's fantastic. So how can people at home get involved and help?
Please look out for our socials for Whitelion. We also have a range of supporters, big brands that are supporting this. So when you go into their websites, domain.com, My Perfect Cosmetics, the NBL, and a whole range of other brands, please join them and support us by donating.
Now, you mentioned that the donations will be doubled. How does that work?
So we're so lucky to have matched donors who've already agreed to match every donation up until we get to $250,000.
Hang, thanks so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Kaz.
Now, for you at home, make sure you get involved and donate to Whitelion. All of the details are on your screen now. Your donation will ensure that no young person gets left behind.